channel. My name is Matthew.
My name is Emmanuel.
And I'm Victor, the black man in Black Africa. Yeah, so this time we are at the tail end of the Adjudication Bill, which is the enforcement of this bill. Or rather, when it will be an act, it will be a law. Enforcement of this law.
This law,
Yeah, so...
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Kaiser, you can take us through the payment of the adjudicated amount. From the last conversation was how do we go through the process of adjudication?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we started by just doing like some introductions at the very beginning, because this is the third video of a series of 3. You know, talking about the construction adjudication bill of
2024. Imekaa sana kwa kwenye nini?
Inakula
on the shelves. Yeah, it's 2024. So we talked about the initiation, the process, and now we are now on the enforcement.
The part where if you don't sleep as
yeah, now
probably the last recap of the last section was the adjudicator has already made a decision on the way forward and has issued adjudicating certificate. So what next after the certificate has been issued? So ideally, after the certificate has been issued, the party that needs to pay the other one has 7 days, or both parties actually have 7 days to action. Either in those 7 days, if I have to pay you the 500,000 shillings,
yeah,
I should either pay you, and or rather, if I feel the decision that was made by the adjudicator was unfair to me,
yeah,
I still feel like I should have paid you a less amount to that. It's within these 7 days that I can appeal that, and on appealing that, you can only appeal to the High Court of Kenya.
Yeah, also in that same moment, the appeal is both ways.
Yes.
Both to the contractor and the developer.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he was Kaiser at that moment was the developer, I was the contractor. So I was afflicted. I was afflicted at that moment. So when I raised that adjudication claim, yeah, and the certificate is now out. Now Kaiser can say, these 500 Gs that the adjudicator said I pay you, I cannot pay it. I'm paying 200.
Yeah. You
can appeal. Or I can say, these 500, now it's not 500, I want 700. I can also appeal for that.
Yeah.
That it gives a leeway. The bill gives a leeway of 7 days.
Yes.
After that decision is made, after the certificate is given.
Yes.
If I appeal from the next adjudication certificate issuance, another 7 days start. See there? Within those 7 days.
I think after the 7 days now we'll go to the High Court. So
to the High Court.
Yeah. So you will not prompt for the another adjudication certificate process.
Okay, so yeah.
You agree?
Let me just go through delivery. It says 18.1. It says where an adjudication decision requires payment of an amount, the party required to pay an amount shall pay the amount within the 7 days of the adjudication decision. Yeah. Pay the amount, make the amount payment within the date specified in the adjudication decision.
Yeah, and if I don't pay,
then it says on the subsection 3, where an adjudication, yeah, where an adjudicator makes a correction of the adjudicated decision. Now I've said, okay, here you will revise that 7 days. Now the next decision after that. Now there is start of another 7 days.
Another 7 days after the correction.
Then sasa kama hiyo hatuelewani, my friend, we are going to court.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Yeah. That's right. So if the decision is revised and a new adjudication certificate is issued, now the 7 days countdown will start from the revised certificate.
Yeah, the revised.
Oh, yeah, nice. Right.
Certificate 2.0.
The updated one.
Yeah.
And so once the final adjudication certificate is issued under clause 19, it's clear that it may be enforced as a judgment for a debt of the High Court. So from there, if we don't settle our issues as per that decision of the certificate, we proceed to the High Court of Kenya.
The High Court.
From the High Court, yeah.
Yeah, initially, when discussing about the adjudication council, the chairperson, I think, is a judge, is a judge of the High Court.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bill is backed up by the High Court from the inception. Yeah, up to the end. Yeah, just I thought that was worth mentioning. Then you can say number 20, sub-clause 20, which says where a party issued with an adjudication certificate fails to pay all or part of the amount payable in adjudication certificate within the time specified, the party required shall make an application for enforcement to the High Court.
The party required to be paid.
Required to be paid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sasa,
They will now go say takushtaki katika mahakama kuu.
yeah, you can say nita or naweza kukushtaki.
Kushtaki.
Yeah.
Now, ukishtakiana, there are two things you are needed to provide to the High Court of Kenya.
Yeah.
And number one, that's the decision made by the adjudicator. Number two, the certificate of adjudication. Those are the two documents you provide to the High Court as evidence, and then from there the High Court may help you.
Will. Shall
help you.
Shall. Mandatory.
Yeah.
Also, during the proceedings of the adjudication, there's a third document.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a third document.
Yeah. I think the proceeding.
Okay.
It says the affidavit, an application for enforcement under section 19 shall be supported by an affidavit by the party making the application, stating the whole or part of the amount in the adjudication certificate that is due.
Yeah.
So these three documents will be the core of your case.
Yes, so I understand the affidavit will give more context into these two other documents.
Yeah.
Let's say the decision is for me to pay you 500,000 and I've paid you 300. Now in the affidavit, it will explain that we decided to go through the adjudication process.
Yeah.
We made this decision to pay this amount. A certificate was issued, but I only paid part of the amount and I did not complete. So with those three documents and now this explaining the case, we proceed to the High Court. So those are the three documents you need to start the case in the High Court.
Those are the cardinal.
Yeah.
Someone might call them the Swiss knife. Without those, you cannot be helped.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, but
Swiss Army knife.
also, for this act, it also provides grounds under which you can go to the High Court,
Yeah.
and it's clearly outlined under Section 22, Clause 2. First, the adjudicator did not comply with this act in making the adjudication decision.
Yeah.
So they did not comply with this act. The second thing is the adjudicator was influenced by either fraud or corruption in making a decision.
Yeah.
Yes, and the third point.
The third point is the adjudicator.
Has acted in excess of the jurisdiction of the adjudicator.
Yeah. So if you feel like this guy is not very clear, he's influenced.
Ama ameonjeshwa.
Ameonjeshwa kitu, my friend, you run to the High Court.
High Court.
Yeah. Then also making decision, adjudicator has acted in excess of the jurisdiction of the adjudicator. For example, maybe if you feel like the amount yenye amesema hapo, he has just thought of it.
Inflate.
Yeah, inflate. You can tell the High Court, you can say these my grievances. I think from an informed consultant view, this is not right. This is not the amount that I should pay. So that way you'll be helped.
Yeah.
Then also this decision after the proceedings, the court proceedings, this bill says that the decision of the High Court will not be interfered with by any other court except the High Court.
Yeah.
Now the High Court is the final boss in adjudication, in alternative dispute resolution.
Yeah.
The whole thought process of this bill is that we can solve our problems within ourselves.
Yes.
And in a shorter time. So when you go to court, that is
It negates the whole reason.
So High Court will enforce it, and it's also the final bill, the final boss,
Not subject to appeal.
and it's not
Not
subject to
subject.
appeal. Yeah, so if you can't settle in court now, that will be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to if you go to court, whatever the court says,
That's fine.
no appealing.
But
But
the court just tells
in-
you to go sort it out in a wrestling match.
In a wrestling match,
Yeah.
I can beat 500k out of your face, Mutero.
That was a joke. Because you know,
Wait for
Yes.
closing day behind the dance.
you know why I'm trying to specify it's a joke. Because I think there's somewhere in the realm of the Kenyan law
Mhm.
where it says if you instigate
Yeah.
or seem to
Mm.
instigate malice or
Mm.
violence,
Balance.
you will face the full force of the law.
Full force.
So yeah, because you know, as just as a by the way,
Yes.
I like watching some videos on YouTube about the Kenyan law just to have a good understanding.
Mhm.
And somewhere along the way, I came across the part about verbal abuse.
Mhm.
Like even just telling someone like kwenda huko.
Aye.
So I wondered. My thought at the end of the day was, does the Kenyan law acknowledge sarcasm? Like inajuanga jokes.
I don't think so. You know,
What do you guys
I think with the lawyers should.
Yeah, maybe the lawyers
Tell us,
should
tell
tell us.
us.
Does the Kenyan law acknowledge jokes? Like if we say something and then add on top, you ilikuwa jokes. Kwani ujui jokes?
Yeah, you say something that is hurting the other person, then you say you're the jokes.
But I think it might. I think maybe lawyers just in the house just tell us.
Just tell us.
Just tell us.
It's been real, it's been raw,
It's been
and
rare.
definitely it's rare.
Yeah.
Medium rare. Oh.
It's rare.
Yeah.
So tell us what you think about this bill. It's still in Parliament, and in case you have anything else to add or any queries, drop it.
You can also tell us which other acts or bills you want us to dissect, because we are all about sharing. You know, because sharing is caring. We're all about
Oh yeah.
demystifying the various acts and bills. Something we've decided to do, and the main intention as we educate ourselves is to also educate the masses. So thank you so much for tuning this far. We hope to see you in another video. Goodbye.
See you next time.
Goodbye.
And cut.
Goodbye.
But seriously, does Kenyan law